Hello, my Ninja families. Today on this Mindful Monday, we are talking about extending a kind hand. Extending a kind hand. What does that mean, right? I've seen in my own life this work twice. One of my earliest occasions of this is that I was living in New Jersey, and I was a young man, maybe about 17, 18 years old. I was old enough to drive because I was in a car driving. And I'm driving into my neighborhood, and it's this older man that used to walk around. I lived on like a circle or in an apartment complex, like a cul-de-sac almost, but it had a circle around it. And I was driving that, and this older man, I mean, he must have been in his 80s. He would walk every day around that circle. And I remember one day specifically, as I'm driving, he looks up and he smiles and he waves. I've never met that man in my life. We've never had a conversation. But I remember to this day, you know, all these years later, 20-something years later, this time when this older gentleman out of nowhere just raised his hand to me and extended this moment of kindness, this happiness to me. And how it made me feel on the inside. I was just like blown away. Like I really had to go through this thing in my mind where I was like, do I know that guy? I think I've seen him walking around the neighborhood, you know, but have we ever had a conversation? Did we meet? And no, we hadn't met, but we didn't have to meet. It was enough for him to just see me as a young man and to say, hey, I acknowledge you, I see you, and I want to pass on a kind gesture to you. That not only made me feel good for the rest of that day, I still remember that moment so vividly in my mind. The moment that a stranger lifted his head, smiled, and waved at me as though I was someone important in his life. I want you to think about that in your day. Because you can ruin somebody's day, or you can make somebody's day with something as simple as a smile and a wave, or a frown and a sigh. That can totally destroy someone. And sometimes we don't see those moments. There are all these things that we do sometimes subconsciously that can really impact a person. So how do we stay conscious about that? So I want you to think about that, extending a kind hand. And sometimes that hand could be one to help you up. Sometimes that hand could be one that looks like a wave and a smile. But that kindness is something that can change a person's life. And if enough people do that and recognize that, then we have many people out there changing people's lives for the better. So I want you to think about that, and I want you to take that with you through this week. As you meet people and as you pass people in your life, maybe you can just smile and wave at someone and impact them in a way that really changes their life and grows them. So I want you to comment on it. I want you to tell me what you think. Please share this on your pages and things of that nature, because you never know when somebody might need this lesson. So remember, your thoughts influence your life, and your life influences your thoughts, and you have control on how you experience both. I'm Hakeem Mentoshi Isler, head instructor here at Elevo Dynamics. Until next time.